So as we get started today, this video is divided into chapters. If you want to skip at any point, just look at the sliding bar underneath the plating window and you can see the chapters to skip ahead. Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd. My friends over at yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. Today we're going to focus on the shells panel motif. So this is part of the bigger stitch along that we have, and this is the Sampler Afghan to crochet. So there's 14 different motifs in this sample. So today we're focusing on this one. If you'd like to change the pattern, if you love this pattern so much, in this particular design it's 8 plus 3, so multiples of 8 plus 3, and you will be able to change it. So you'll notice that you'll only have 2 stripes of these shells working on up, and then there's basically 5 double crochets that are on each side of those, and we're gonna get ourselves started. So once you understand this, it's a matter of just repeating the same row over and over and over until it gets about 7 inches tall. As promised in the other videos, when it comes to the edging, there is a video for that specifically, and that will be referenced in the more information of this video. So without further ado, let's grab our 5mm size H crochet hook and yarn of choice, and let's begin to play and show you how to do this one. So let's begin. We are going to chain a total of 27. So if you'd like to change the size of this, it's multiples of 8 plus 3, but in the sample keep with this 27 if you like to do it with the rest of those motifs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go all the way to 27. Meet me back here in just a moment. So let's begin row number 1. We're going to be starting with that design that you see immediately. So it's not a buffer zone in this particular row number 1. So 4 chain from the hook, count it back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and you want to turn it over and double crochet into the back hump of the chain. So this is already 2 double crochets as you see it. So the chain that you skipped plus the new one, that's 2, and so in the next 3 chains you'll just do a double crochet. Just remember that there's always 5 double crochets that stand beside each other on the ends and in the middle of these motifs of this style. Okay, so once you have that done, you're going to skip 2 and go to the 3rd, and you are going to do the shell work. Okay, so it's a shell, so 3rd one over you're going to put in 2 double crochet and then chain 2 and then 2 double crochet. So how many how many chains will you be skipping? If you skip 2 to start this, you'll skip 2 after it, so that helps you, and then you'll put 5 double crochets in a row. Okay, so it's getting you set up for the next row, which will be repeat over and over. So you do 5 in a row, and there's only 2 columns of those shells that you see in this pattern. So we have 5. So you're gonna do the 2nd column, so you're gonna skip 2, go to the 3rd and place in 2 double crochet, followed by chain 2 and 2 double crochet. Okay, so there's only 2 columns as I promised, so you're gonna skip 2 and then you'll do the last 5 chains on your own. So if you do have a bigger panel, if you did the multiples of 8 plus 3, obviously you keep going in the same fashion until you're at the very end, and the last 5 will obviously be double crochets like you see. And this completes row number 1, and then you're going to turn your work, and row number 2 is going to be repeated over and over and over until you have approximately 7 inches done. So row number 2, this is your repeat for the whole thing now. So you're gonna chain 3, that will count as your first double crochet. So you have the double crochets underneath, so you're gonna keep those as double crochets. So there's a total of 5. So the chain 3 counts as 1, and then the other 4 here, that gives you the number 5. Okay, you got 5 there. You're going to skip to this chain 2 space and you're gonna put another shell. So it'll be 2 double crochet, chain 2 and 2 double crochet. And then you proceed again. So you're gonna come to the grouping of 5 again. So skip over the shell, the remaining of it, and go to those 5 and put in 1 double crochet in each one of those 5 double crochets below. And then once you have that done, the 5, go to your next shell and put in another shell. So 2 double crochet, chain 2 and 2 double crochet. Now you're gonna notice, I'll talk about that in a second. So just come to your next group of 5, which happens to be the end. So skipping over the remaining of the shell and just go right to those double crochets that are sitting. So you're gonna notice that the top edge will have a little bit of an indentation, or sorry, a little bit of a protrusion coming out. Don't forget, if you're new to crochet, this turning chain is a stitch and you have to go into the turning chain. So go right into the chain, not into a space, and make sure that you can see 5 double crochets at the end. Now you're gonna see that it's gonna protrude a little bit coming out, okay, up. Don't worry about that. So you're gonna go and repeat row number 2 over and over and over until it's 7 inches, and then you're gonna fasten off, and therefore you'll move on to the border as I talked about the edging. So the edging is then in a different video, and you can go to the more information link of this video in order to get that. And basically you're just gonna circle it around just like you see here. So you can see it has a little bit of an indentation, but the border has that settled down. And if you want to block it after this is done, it's awesome. You only need 3 of these for this particular motif sampler. Have a good one, and we hope to see you again real soon. Bye bye.